Here's a good one where a arrogant girlfriend, who literally, in my opinion, is the girlfriend from HELL, who's been telling her boyfriend that he is lucky to have her and all these type of things, gets dumped and put in her place after she pushes him too far. And I can't stress enough, guys, and this is an example, that you should never be with a girl that belittles you or talks down to you in front of other people, that type of thing. Makes you feel bad about yourself, because obviously she doesn't respect you. Kick him to the curb. Titled, Am I the a-hole for leaving my girlfriend at a party after she publicly humiliated me? He says, I'm 23 years old and been dating my girlfriend, a 22-year-old female, for almost a year. Okay, so it's not that long. She is smart, fun, and great most of the time, but she has this habit of tearing me down in front of other people. Then she's not great and fun at all. You should never put up with that. I've always brushed it off, thinking maybe I'm just overreacting or being too sensitive. Smack! You brushing it off communicates to her that you're a doormat, a pushover, and she loses respect for you. And there are women out there that will deliberately do things like this to guys they don't respect to punish them. But last weekend, she crossed a line, and I'm starting to wonder if this relationship is even worth it. Here's what happened. We were at a party with some friends, and everything was fine at first. We were playing drinking games, and she was already a bit tipsy. But no big deal, right? Then out of nowhere, she starts making jokes about me. She called me lazy and said I'm lucky she's with me because otherwise I'd be just some loser playing video games all day. Everyone laughed, and I laughed too. I laughed it off too, but inside I was pissed off. Well, that's a problem. You were that guy that was like, oh, ha, ha, ha. You should have walked away right then and there. And not only is she an a-hole, but guess what? All these so-called friends of yours, But she's obviously a bully, and they're probably afraid that she'll pick on them, so, they're laughing at you. No. Then it got worse. She started going into full roast mode, mocking how I don't make as much money as she does. Well, there goes the argument that a woman can make more money than her guy and everything is fine. He says, I'm still in school, so I can't make any money. And even joked that I was bad in bed, saying she deserves better. I couldn't believe it. She's ripping into me like I was some kind of joke to her, and all her friends were just eating it up. Bro, she is an awful person. She's a bully, and you walk away, end it. Have nothing to do with her or those people. And notice, by the way, she's giving him shit because she makes more money than him. She's 22 years old. She can't make that much money. The only way she makes that much money from an actual paying job, let me rephrase that. The only way at 22 she can make a ton of money is if she's like on OnlyFans or something like that and is getting paid to flaunt her body. Or she's like a stripper or something. That is it. Anywhere else, no way. Or she was some trust fund brat that was getting it from grandma. But that's not actually making more money. That's inheriting money. I pulled her aside and told her to stop, that she was crossing a line. She rolled her eyes and said, Oh my God, stop being so dramatic. It's a joke. You're making this awkward now. She said I was ruining the vibe because I couldn't handle a little teasing. So immediately she's twisting it around. You're the problem. No accountability, gaslight. This is what happens. But in her mind, this guy's weak. And by the way, if she's treating him like this, and this is not the alcohol, this is what she really thinks and feels, I guarantee she's cheating on him left and right. But there's something about him that she's sticking along with. When I tried to leave, she told me to man up and stop being such a crybaby. Man, I think a lot of you guys are thinking of a word that starts with a C and ends with a T. That was it for me. I left the party. I texted her to let her know that I was going home, and she didn't respond until hours later. Yeah, she's probably making out or hooking up with some other dude. When she finally came home, she was absolutely livid. Hold on. Came home? They're living together? Less than a year they're together? That's crazy. She said that I embarrassed her by leaving and that I made her look crazy in front of everyone. No, a-hole, you made yourself look bad in front of everybody by insulting me and treating me like crap and all that. She told me I need to stop being so sensitive and that I can't handle her sense of humor. Maybe I'm not mature enough to be in the relationship, she said, as I'm at a point now where I don't even know what to think. Am I really being too sensitive? Smack! Snap out of it, dude. Don't worry, guys. He will. I feel like no one should talk about their partner like that, especially in front of friends, but she's convinced that I'm the problem here. Well, dude, you are part of a problem that you've been too nice and too putting up with her crap for too long. So I will say you are part of the problem, but at the end of the day, she's the a-hole. She is a mean person. She's no respect for you and all that, and it's time for her to go, as certainly it will happen. But you also need to understand, bro, is that in time, This is going to happen again. You have to stand up for yourself. You have to check women or anybody when they're being disrespectful to you. And if not, you're going to get this type of thing. But she needs to go, and you're going to see. Now with his update, he says, "Hey everyone, back with the update. First off, thanks again for all the advice and support. It helped me realize I need to stand up for myself, and that's exactly what I did, though things didn't go as expected." See? The whole comment section was full of people supporting this guy, which was awesome. And yeah, saying you can't tolerate this crap. "I finally confronted my girlfriend about everything. Her constant digs at me, how she embarrassed me at the party, and how I was done being treated that way. I told her I wanted to break up." Awesome. You just demolished her self-esteem here, because she thought that you would never break up with her. She thought that, in her mind, you're so lucky to have her, even though she's a piece of garbage. At first, she looked completely shocked, like she couldn't believe that I was the one ending things. Then her ego kicked in. She scoffed and said something to the effect of, "You're not breaking up with me. I'm always the one who does the dumping." She made it clear that, in her mind, no one walks away from her. Ooh, oh, man, that's going to make her crazy. Eat at her. Remember, guys, when women are rejected, they usually handle it one of two ways. Either they don't like it, yes, and they then become obsessed with the person who walks away or breaks up with them or dumps them, or they go full on psycho. He says here, and by the way, guys, if you can hear noise, it's the day before Thanksgiving, and everybody's out mowing and all that and doing yard work, so the show must go on. You can probably hear the mowing going on behind the bushes here. To top it off, she hinted that she could have been with guys who were better than me, saying how she stuck around because she thought I'd eventually make more money or get my act together. I guarantee this bride's been cheating on him the entire duration of the relationship. It was all about her pride and what she could gain from the relationship. She wasn't upset about losing me. She was mad because she didn't get to be with the one calling the shots. Of course, she's a control freak. She's a mean jerk. I don't know how he got together with this girl in the first place. I ended it right then and there and left. Now she's trying to spin it like she dumped me. But honestly, I don't care. I'm just relieved to be out of it. Good for you, bro. Yeah, she's never going to let this go. And probably the reason she's with him is he said he's still in school. He's probably majoring something, and she probably knows that he's ambitious and going for something that's going to bring in a lot of money. So even though she's out of school, and obviously she's making money because she's out of school working, and he's in school not working, she's with him because obviously down the road she can, get something out of it. That's the only reason why. But I guarantee she's been cheating the whole time. That's usually how it works. But good for him. But guys, the whole theme of this whole thing is you can't be with someone that treats you this way. And when you don't stand up for yourself, there are people like her, and men can do this too to women. Don't get me wrong here, and it's wrong. They just trash you, And so, yeah, he was part of the problem in the situation when he finally stood up for himself. So he got rid of her. Now he needs to get rid of all those so-called friends. They're not his friends at all. In life, guys, every once in a while we got to do some spring cleaning with the people in our lives. So good for him. And yeah, she's going to lose her mind. She'll probably, be spinning this whole story in a different direction, but he doesn't care. He's done with her. Now a few comments here to wrap it up. He says here, one guy says, "Not the a-hole. She has the personality of a bootlicker, and please hear me out. She's the typical kind of person who kicks people she thinks are below her, but will kiss butt of people above her. She isn't a good character at all. She lacks any type of empathy and social clues. Your feelings are valid, and she is the one who makes herself look like a crazy bee. Everyone at the party who takes her side isn't worth any type of friendship. She isn't old enough to be in an adult relationship. She sounds like a bully, bratty teenager in a high school rom-com." That's exactly what she sounds like. She's 22, There was a time and place where, hell, if somebody was 18 or 19 years old out of high school, not only were they a legal adult according to the law of the government, but also they acted that way. I'm talking about decades ago. Or certainly 22. But nowadays, the 22-year-olds act like 12-year-olds. So yeah, she just like a chick in a rom-com. She probably just got out of college, and this is how she's acting. Because probably she was that mean girl that got all the attention, got her way. Well, these mean girls eventually get kicked to the curb and get old. Another one. She made herself look crazy. She was not a joke. This was not a joke. She's trying to see how far she can get you. She's gaslighting you as well by not apologizing, even victim blaming you. You said it's not the first time. It will not stop and getting worse. This is someone who responded to his first comment, his first post before he dumped her. She feels superior and will always try to keep you in that spot. I don't like saying split up. While I don't really know you, but you are young and not so heavily involved yet, break it off. She will not change. This chick will never change. And last one, this is from a woman. This is the funny part. This woman says, WTF, not the a-hole. Sorry, not sorry, but she's a total bitch for saying that you embarrassed her and made her look crazy. WTF, doesn't she think she embarrassed you? You're not too sensitive. You were disrespected by your supposed girlfriend who was trying to make herself look cool by bringing you down. Seems like she has some self-esteem issues to me. Well, she absolutely does. What I would have done instead was, no, baby, you're talking about yourself with the exception of the money, and it's only because I'm still going to school to better myself, and I'm the one who deserves better. Then I'd really stick it to her ass and said, I'm leaving you and your shit will be waiting out. I'm leaving, and your shit will be waiting outside when you get back. But of course, I'm a petty bitch. Yeah, he should have went home, taken all her stuff, put it in garbage bags, and put it out in the freaking front lawn. You know, let the raccoons go through it or something like that. But anyhow, guys, good for him. But I love when these types are so arrogant, think the guy deserves them and lucky to have them, and the guys send them packets. So, gentlemen, if you dating and relationship guys, don't be like this guy. Please stand up for yourself and kick these types to the curb when they show you disrespect. But remember, even the good women will test you from time to time, and you got to be willing. And by the way, there's degrees of testing. There's playful testing, no big deal. And then there's shit tests like this, or nasty things. And frankly, when it gets this nasty, she's been gone a long time ago. That's why you got to nip things in the bud immediately. And for you guys that don't date or do relationships, well, no one can really blame you given how things are nowadays.